Welcome, race fans. Tonight we're back with the Old Fart Sim Racing League here at Talladega in the Cup car or in the Xfinity cars. Man, I got to get that straight. We got right now top of the leaderboard, Michael Martin. So let's take a look at the race analytics. 75 laps we're doing here tonight, but 65-degree air temperature, 67-degree track temperature, 199.5 miles here. Tire window about 50 to 60 laps. Fuel window about 21 to 23 laps because we're running 60% fuel. And pit road speed 55 miles an hour. All right, let's get to the points here. Gary Slapinski still holding on to a pretty comfortable lead there. I'm not going to say a seriously comfortable one, but, you know, it's a comfortable one. He's maintaining that like 20 lap point lead over the guys in second there. Estel Fields moves up to second place there, 20 points behind him. Dean Wilkinson dropped to third. He is 25 points back. Michael Martin fourth, 40 points behind. Michael Pegg picked up a bunch of positions. He goes into fifth. He's 51 points back. Then we got a tie for sixth here. Al Cena and Maurice Johnson, both 57 points behind. Craig White in eighth. He's 70 points back. Eric Laurie in ninth, 73 back. And Zachary Lima moves into the top 10 here, 75 points back. Dwayne?
And it's a tale of the ties here in the second half of the field as we reach the halfway point of the season, Rudy. Michael Hallett's currently 11th. He is 77 behind. Darren Reeser, 12th. He is 80 behind. And then we've got a tie for 13th between Tracy Weaver and Paul Witt. They are 84 back, 85 back. Tied for 15th is Michael Benz and Gabe Butler. There's another tie for 17th, Don Davis and Jacob Edson. They are 86 back. And a tie for 19th, Kevin Fries and Dale Willoughby. They are 88 points behind the lead. So critical races coming up here in the next couple of weeks for these guys. The points are just that tight.
Yeah, we're halfway through the season. Tonight will put us over that halfway mark. And so 6 down, 6 to go here, Dwayne. And yeah, with that many ties, that is really unusual. That's kind of something that I don't think I've ever seen. All the races I've ever done and points that I've done, I've never seen that many ties. And you know, I mean, in a row like that. You know, that's pretty insane right there.
Yeah, and that's a product of guys will come out, they'll have a good week, then they'll have a bad week, then they'll have a good week, then they'll have another bad week.
Yeah.
So it's just the consistency is very hard to maintain at a super speedway, and that's just a product of it right there.
All right. Well, later tonight we have the AOR Racing and the eNASCAR Cup Series. That'll be coming up tonight. And then tomorrow night is the ACOG Next Gen Series. That is a pretty awesome racing. I watched one, I think it was last week or something I watched. And Pit Stall, we'll be back tomorrow night, Dwayne and I, with the Pit Stall Series. That'll be Trucks at Atlanta. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome.
Well, that'll be fun. Last time we'll see that configuration probably.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe because, well, with them changing the real life Atlanta track, they're going to be changing it with iRacing. Now, from what I understand, I read an article today. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was involved in this, and what they've been doing is testing, okay? And because they're going to be changing the real track, and what they've done is they've actually changed, it's a test track, an Atlanta track, okay? The engineers at iRacing have been changed, they changed that, and they've done some testing there because they've made it more banking in the corners. They're going from 24 to 28 degrees, and they're narrowing the racetrack from 55 feet to 40 feet. That's a big change. That's going to be really narrow.
Yeah, and that's a product of iRacing actually coming together with the owners
NASCAR.
of Atlanta. And they put together 4 or 5 different versions of the new Atlanta, and that was the one that they saw the best racing on with the next gen car. So, and I can understand why the drivers are all up in arms about it because, you know, they're going from this is the first time ever you'll see a simulation dictate how a real life track is.
Yep.
So Can the simulation hold up to the real world?
But you know what Dale Earnhardt also said? It'll be the same width as Daytona and Charlotte.
Yep.
They're both 40 feet.
Yeah, they're trying to turn it into a super speedway is what they're doing.
Well, they pretty much got that. He said he didn't even notice a difference racing on it. He didn't even notice a difference. Yeah, so, yep. All right, well, we're going to step away for the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket track, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying's just getting underway. We were just kind of talking about the field being so small here, 29 drivers, and kind of just come up with an idea. We think a lot of it has to do with the summer, you know. It's something that I was mentioning earlier, and I don't mean this in any bad way or anything to any leagues, you know, but sometimes, you know, maybe taking that summer off, Dwayne, you know, like June, July, and August, because it, you know, there's people got things to do, families to spend time with, and you know, they're going camping, vacationing, and kind of hard to get a full field anymore, you know.
Seems that way, but you
Yeah.
know, there are 29 out there who are here ready to race. So
Yep.
looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Pegg said last night they only had like 8 people in the practice race.
Wow.
Or, well, I guess it was not one of the practice race. It was actually a race for one of the other series, you know, right, or Thursday night series that they run. I don't know what they run here on Thursday night, but there was like
Oh,
8 guys, so they canceled it. Well, there you go. Michael Pegg, top of the leaderboard. Look at that. That's the first time we've seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Tracy Weaver. Oh, Tracy not going to qualify? What? Huh? How about Maurice Johnson? Is he in there?
Yeah, he is currently 10th.
Wow, what the heck? What's going on? Okay. I don't know why these guys aren't qualifying.
Yeah, we've got 18 qualifiers right now.
I know qualifying really doesn't mean a whole lot because you're on a super speedway, but I think they do get an extra bonus point for that pole position, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, so.
And of our 18 qualifiers, they're all split by less than, 1/10 of a second.
Yeah. I don't. So a lot of drivers in here that I don't see. Oh, I can't believe the Jason Beach is not here. LG Whaley's not here. Oh, Patrick Alvarado takes the pole.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
And not by a little either. At least not for a super speedway. That's a lot.
Yeah. Dang. 8 thousandths of a second.
Well, it looks like we now have 30 drivers. Rudy Estel Fields just joined.
Yep. Yeah, he just joined in TeamSpeak too. Those
Talk
guys
about
are
cutting it close.
TeamSpeak. Yeah, kind of pretty close. And you know, for him to be second in the points, boy, you got to make sure you're there.
Right.
All right, here we go. Line them up on the grid. Patrick Alvarado taking the pole with a 53.476. Congratulations to him. Michael Pegg taking second. Kevin Freese in third. Brian Wang starting fourth. Everett Lane fifth. Dale Willoughby sixth. Gary Slapinski, our points leader, going to start in the 7th position. Stephen Karosik, 8th place. Larry Boyle coming in 9th. And Mitchell Wilkes rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Zachary Lima is going to roll off 11th. Maurice Johnson right beside him in 12th. Paul Witt 13th. Darren Reeser takes the 14th qualifying position. Frank Remuglio will roll off 15th. Rachel Hunt 16th. Craig White will start 17th. 18th will start Al Cena. Eric Laurie will start 19th. And Don Davis is going to round out the top 20 starters. Rudy?
Bob Ziegler will start 21st. Estel Fields second in points, just making it in here before the deadline. He'll start 22nd. Gabe Butler 23rd. Jacob Edson 24th. Michael Martin 25th. Charles Johnson 26th. Gracie Weaver 27th. Robert Felzine 28th. Michael Hallett 29th. And Dean Wilkinson 30th. About the field. All right, race number 6 here tonight, folks. Halfway through the season. And, boy, I'll tell you what. Old Gary Slapinski's held on to that point lead all season long, hasn't he, Dwayne?
Yes, he has. Once he got there, he never looked back.
Yep. That was like the second, about the second race he took over the point lead, I think it was.
Yeah.
Maurice Johnson had it on the first one, and then, wow. No looking back for him. He's just looking straight ahead.
Yep. Well, that's the way to do it. Just got to make sure you're there at the end.
Oh, Patrick Alvarado got virtual racing school. Must be one of his got a logo there on the back. That's one of the big racing schools for iRacing, virtual racing school.
Yes, it is. Just a one update here, Rudy. Al Cena has elected to start from pit road.
Ooh. Right then.
He's got to be thinking there's going to be an early caution because you do not want to start off pit road and have this thing stay green.
That is true. All right, Brendan Kennedy's going to pick the 25 car, the Terry Labonte lookalike car there, Cornflake. That's a absolute perfect rendition right there of the Terry Labonte car.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Well, if I got to pick, I think I'm going to go with somebody who hasn't seen it in a while and is looking for it. I'm going to go with Jackpot there, the 777, Michael Pegg.
Well, thank you, Carl. Yeah, I love that rendition too. Mark Robertson. Yeah, he's back at work. Hey, Debbie Johnson in chat. Good to see you back, Debbie. Yeah, Maurice wasn't here last week. Or what was it? No, was it last?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it Maurice? Well, how did he gain position? No, he lost position. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Here we go, Rudy. Pace car's off. It's going to bring them around here. Green flag is out. We're underway for the Old Fart Sim Racing League from Talladega Superspeedway. The outside line is formed up early here. They're going to have a good run coming off of 2.
Michael Pegg with a little bit of a jump there. If he can hold on to it.
Alvarado gets a good push by Kevin Freeze there. But the outside line is going to have the advantage coming off the corner. Can Pegg get there? I don't think he's going to.
No, I don't think so. No, it looks like Alvarado's going to lead that first lap. Kevin Freeze. You know, talking about Kevin Freeze last week, remember him being there and pushing the winner? Who was that? Who was it that won last week? I forget.
That was... Let me look.
Well, anyhow, they couldn't thank him enough for Kevin Freeze to stay right with them and push. And I mean,
that was
wow.
Field.
Estel Fields. That's it. Yep, you are right. Yeah, Kevin Freaks, what a pusher, man. He stayed right with Estel that whole time.
And speaking of, he's currently back in 21st on the outside line.
Yeah, don't know what he's doing. Well, he ain't okay. He's just not picked that up yet. He'll get there.
Yeah, he's just riding. He's decided to go out to the outside line, see what it's like out there.
Well, I was talking to the guys over there in TeamSpeak, and Dirty Don Davis, okay, he said he had a rough day today at work. So he said, look out, man, I'm going to the front. Taking his frustrations from work out on driving here tonight.
As long as he takes it out on driving and not drivers.
That's right. Yeah. I like to hear that, man. You gotta have an outlet somewhere, So hey, if this is your outlet to take out your frustrations from work, getting in the car and driving like this, that's pretty cool. And boy, look at that outside line coming. Oh my goodness. That's Steven Karosik. And he's working with Zachary Lima. Them two, I'm telling you, they are absolutely lethal together.
Yes, sir. And they have the magic number. You need 4 or more to make that outside line work. Yep. And they have 5.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Maurice Johnson's with them. And that is Craig White and then Estel Fields. So 5 of them up there on that high side. That's pretty awesome. You can see, boy, I'll tell you, Craig White, he's coming from 17th. He's really trying to pick up a little bit. Everybody being patient, though. That's one thing we have seen the last few weeks here. Guys really being patient till we get down to them closing laps of the race, and then, like, all bets are off then.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to watch, especially as long, and we talk about it just about every week, but I can't think of another league that can go 3 wide and stay 3 wide as long as this group does.
I know it. Hey, look at them, man. That is beautiful. That's a beautiful sight right there, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Hell, it just takes a steady hand. Sure, you're going to see the cars wobbling around just a little bit, but see, they've got enough room in between the cars to accommodate that a little bit of a bobbling with the cars. That's the thing. You give plenty of room around each other, you're not going to have as many accidents.
Right. When you get into trouble is when everybody starts trying to side draft off each other, and that's when you start running into each other.
Yep. Mike riding along here with Michael Pegg. He's been on that outside, still has not led a lap yet. He got a pretty good run that time off the turn 2. And he is going for it right here. Wow, look at that. Big push.
And now Brian's got to be careful right behind him. He does not want to overheat that motor, especially this early in the race.
That's right. And I think that's what he's really kind of watching for right now. Yep. Pretty important right there to not get that car hot. Because I've seen them, you have too, I'm sure, Dwayne. You get them cars hot, sometimes they take forever to cool down. And sometimes they cool down right away. It's just really kind of weird,
Yeah, and if you're in the middle lane like that, you don't want to get it overheated because you have no way of ducking out to get air to it. You got somebody to your outside, somebody to your inside. You're just stuck there.
That's right. Paul Witt. Paul had a good finish. What was that, last week? He finished well last week, I think it was. Didn't he finish 3rd or something? Paul Witt?
Paul Witt last week finished.
No, probably not. I'm always wrong.
5th.
Okay. Rachel Hunt up to 18th. Kind of hanging out here. Really not working with any teammates at this moment. There's only a couple of them out here. And that's Bob Ziegler and Alcina. Ziegler is a few positions behind her. And let's see, where is Alcina at? Oh my gosh, he's clear. He lost the draft. Whoa.
Yeah, he started from pit road.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that's why he's so far back. He is
That's
about
right.
half a straightaway ahead of the pack right now and hoping for a caution.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Let's see if we can see the car behind him. They'll be coming up on him. Not what he wanted, but when you elect to start on pit road like that, that's the kind of stuff you get right there. Yeah,
well, if you want to see what 190 mile an hour sardines looks like, go on board with Dale Willoughby for a while.
Go on board with him? Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
And that is what it looks like to be 3 wide with nowhere to go. That is what you call boxed in right there.
Yep. And that's amazing. Yes, sir. Love it. I love it. And Kurosik high side getting a big enough push here from Zachary Lima to kind of get him out ahead there, but still has not led a lap yet.
Yeah, those two out the middle and the outside lane, Rudy, are slowly creeping up. Alvarado only led that lap by 27 thousandths of a second over second, and 300ths rather of a second over third.
I don't know what happened right there, but Michael Pegg with a wiggle almost got into the side of Patrick Alvarado there. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he saved it just in time.
Yeah, no harm, no foul yet.
Yeah, they're not at the point where they're trying to get down there and get any side draft yet. You know, once that starts, and that's usually toward the end, you know, that side draft becomes really important because then you can pull up beside a leader like Patrick Alvarado and get some side draft off of him and pass him.
Oh, Patrick Alvarado ducks down out of the lead.
Oh, what happened there? And that's going to let Kevin Freese take over his spot. But did that slow that lineup enough that Michael Pegg might be able to get a lap led, or possibly Steven Kurosik?
Maybe. Now that's an interesting move there, because he was in the lead and there was no contact. I went back and looked at it. Michael Pegg led that lap.
Yes, he did. Boy, I'll tell you what, that had to have been really close.
0.02 of a second between him and Kevin Freese.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to get rough here. We're going to be 4 wide with a lap car.
Oh my gosh. But a good place to do it though. Backstretch. They're trying to get some side draft off of them right now. And it looks like they are going to make it there, but Al Cena going to go a lap down. And he falls into place. Dang, I hate to see him go a lap down.
And Patrick Alvarado is on pit road, so not sure what happened to our pole sitter here.
Well, yeah, I wonder if something happened to his rig or something. Michael Pegg does drop down in front of Kevin Freese. Takes over the point. And that leaves the middle row open here for Brian Wang to get up there. Patrick Alvarado's still sitting there. Maybe it was a pit stop of another kind.
Maybe.
I've had them. Maybe he didn't make a pit stop before the race and he needs to make a pit stop now.
That very well could be, Rudy.
Oh, Debbie said they had her son visiting from Kansas City. Oh, or Kansas. Kansas. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good reason.
Gary Slapinski up to 5th. Just riding right now, taking his time. He wants to, eventually he'll get up there and wants to lead a lap and get that bonus point. He's got to maintain that point lead, you know?
Yep. And I'm sure he's just biding his time right now, stuck on the bottom, really nowhere to go.
Yep.
But as we're starting to see that outside line starting to fizzle out, so
yeah.
you know what that means? Pit
Yeah.
stops.
Oh,
Here they
here
come.
comes. Here comes. Yeah, Michael Pegg's bringing them all to pit road here. I can't even get on him here. What the heck?
Oh no!
happened here?
2 of the regulators get together.
Oh. Yep, Michael
Larry
Pegg brought them all
Boyle
down.
gets
Regulators.
together.
Dang. I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, Darren Reeser and Larry Boyle get together, and Frank Ramuglia gets a piece of it as well.
Patrick Alvarado took his car behind the wall.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Looks
my
like
gosh.
fuel only for the regulators. They are off of pit road and coming back out.
Yep. Oh, first round pit stops happening already, folks. Like we're going to get some more. Here comes Kevin Freese. Bunch of them coming in right here.
And they're coming in hot, too. Well,
Yep,
what up?
Dean Wilkinson, Craig White. Oh, man, there's a bunch of them. They're all trying some different strategies out there tonight. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, sir. Got to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. You're going to put yourself in position to win.
How many times have we said it? That seems like that first one to pit usually comes out on top of that. Oh, Darren Reeser left too.
Wow.
Oh, wow. 2 drivers out of the race.
And 2 tire stop for Kevin Freese. Takes left side tires. And that's going to cost them here as that first group is coming by them. And they're still on the apron, not even through turn 1 yet.
Here comes Dale Willoughby, Zachary Lima, Brian Wang, bunch of them coming in. But Steven Karosik stayed out, which I'm kind of surprised that he stayed out because his drafting partner there came to pit road. That was Zachary Lima,
Yeah.
you know. He
Yeah.
came to pit road. I don't know, that's kind of odd.
Right now, the top 4 are the only ones who have stayed out, and they can stay out for probably another 5 laps.
Right.
If they want to push the issue here.
Yep, Stephen Krosick, Maurice Johnson, Mitchell Wilkes, and Bob Ziegler. Oh, here comes Stephen Krosick. He's coming in, and Maurice Johnson. So those 2 coming in. That's leaving the lead up to Mitchell Wilkes. Him and Bob Ziegler are the only 2 left out there that have not pitted. And Zachary Lima's still on pit road. An extra long pit stall here. Pit stop.
Yeah, looks like maybe a speeding penalty, Rudy. He was in his stall for 52 seconds.
Yeah. Dang. Well, that cost you a lot of... That usually costs you the race right there.
Yes, sir. So all but our top 2 have been to pit road. Mitchell Wilkes.
He's coming in now, but Ziegler's going to stay out. He wants to lead a lap.
And that's bad news for Wilkes. He's coming in by himself, no drafting partners.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
He's got to hope. He's got to take fuel only here and hope he gets out ahead of the pack so he can blend in.
Because here comes the pack around Michael Pegg and a bunch of the regulators. Oh, look at this. All regulators up here in the front right now. Oh, my gosh. Of course, Gary Slapinski's undercover. He's undercover.
Right?
I think that's funny. He said that one day. I was like, what? He's undercover. Dr. Lima just went a lap down. Dang.
Here comes our leader to pit road. That's going to hand it back over to Michael Pegg here.
Yep.
As soon as they get back around.
Him, Paul Witt, Estel Fields, Gary Slapinski, Everett Lane, Don Davis, Frank G. And they're getting company. Kevin Freese and company are coming up behind them here. Dale Willoughby. So this is going to be right back to a pretty big pack here. Ziegler just now coming off pit road. He's going to go way back. And it looks like Paul Witt leads that lap, so he gets a bonus point. Last week's winner, Estill Fields, sitting they're in second place right now behind Michael Pegg.
Yep. And all of these guys looking for a repeat performance of last week.
Oh, yeah. Lapinski outside. He's not led any laps today. Riding along here behind Paul Witt right now. Guys are in hog heaven right now leading this race up here. I can tell you that.
Yes, sir. And just to reset the field for you here, after that round of pit stops, Michael Pegg currently scored as the leader. Paul Witt second, Estill Fields third, Gary Slapinski fourth, Everett Lane fifth, Don Davis sixth, Frank Remuglia seventh, Craig White eighth, ninth is scored Kevin Fries, and Charles Johnson scored the top 10. First pack of cars is 13 strong, and then it's a 1.8 second gap back to Rachel Hunt, and she's got Gabe Butler, Michael Hallett, and Tracy Weaver in tow.
Yeah, and I think they're closing that gap up, so we're going to see a bigger pack here. Probably about 19 cars in that front pack.
Yep, and then once you get to 20th, it's 10 seconds back to Steven Korosik, who just lost a few spots as several drivers go by him, but he blends in.
Yeah.
So
Mitchell
that
Wilkes.
third pack. Yep, Mitchell Wilkes. Jacob Edson, part of that crew. Eric Laurie there as well as Bob Ziegler. And then it's another 10 seconds back to Dean Wilkinson and Larry Boyle, leaving 26 cars left on the lead lap.
Very good. Yeah, this pack just got a whole lot bigger up here right now.
Yes,
19 cars. And they all pitted within about a lap or two of each other. So it kind of showed you. I'm just going to throw this out there, and I hope I'm wrong about this, or well, I don't know how I want to say this, but it's kind of like they don't want the regulators to get a jump on them. So when the regulators pit, everybody else is pitting too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that. I don't know.
I don't think you are, Rudy. These guys have taken notice. You know, the regulators usually pit early, and they get out to about, anywhere from an 8 to 11 second lead we've seen previously. Yeah. And these guys are tired of having to play catch up, so they're going to start pitting when they do.
Yeah, that's a good call. I got to say, that's a good call. If somebody else is beating you by doing stuff like that, you got to make that call, Yep.
Like
White on the outside there, he wants to lead a lap. Back to the 3 wide game again.
Yes, sir.
Dirty Don Davis up to 6. Look at that after starting 20th today. Go get him, Dirty Don.
Very nice.
Carl Johnson tucking up behind him, staying in that middle row. And here comes Gabe Butler. Now, this is not the Gabe Butler that we're used to seeing at this point in the race. He's usually not up here yet.
Nope.
He's usually, but, I think he may have changed his strategy up a little bit too. Seeing what them guys are doing half the time, and he's always like, half a lap behind coming down to the end of the race. You got to start thinking about different strategies.
Yeah, you've got to either get off sequence with those leaders, or at least stay with them and not allow yourself to get too far behind.
Yep. Sir Michael Martin tucking up underneath Robert Feldine. These guys are the back end of this pack. And Paul Witt. Middle row for Paul. Him and Gary Slapinski.
And I don't know if you've noticed, Rudy, but there are only 3 drivers in the top 10 right now who started the race in the top 10. And that's Gary Slapinski, Michael Pegg, and Everett Lane.
Oh, wow. All the rest of them were outside the top 10, huh?
Yep, you got to go. Kevin Freese is 11th, Brian Wayne 14th, Dale Willoughby 17th, and Steve Karosik 21st.
Yeah, Maurice Johnson started 12th. Wow. So far, so good, though. These guys are having a good race up here. I like to see this. Well, right back to picking up where they left off with the 3 wide. Well, Dwayne, I think we ought to do a little crank it up here. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right, folks, we are back. Hope everybody likes that crank it up as much as we do. We love it.
Oh, no, look out.
Oh, what happened?
Charles Johnson tried to come down. No room. Big one, number 1.
Let's go check this out. Okay. I'm on board with Charles. Yep.
He was on the outside line, just got pushed past Paul Witt, tried to come down, but it was too little too late.
Ooh.
And Witt closed the gap, brings him down right in front of everybody.
Oh my gosh, he took. Oh man, look at the guys he took out there. Oh my gosh.
Sir.
Holy smoke. Gary Slapinski, our points leader. No.
Yeah, he went for a wild ride.
He sure did. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Well, thank goodness they got resets. I can tell you
right. Exactly. That's what I was just thinking.
Wow. That we just got off of crank it up the perfect time for that.
Yeah, I was just about to mention he was going to the lead, and He's got a little too anxious and brought it down too early.
Yep. Well, I don't know. What do you think? You think he'll pit?
I think we're going to see a lot of people out on pit road, Rudy. They've been out there. Yeah. I think everybody's coming down here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, here we go. All right, I'm going to stay on him here for a minute.
Yeah. Greg White scored the leader. He comes down, gets into his pit box. Left side tires on, and he is down and away. And he's going to win the race off pit road. Greg White, Estel Fields, Michael Pegg, Everett Lane, and Maurice Johnson make up the top 5. So they came out as they went in. Brian Wayne 6th, Tracy Weaver 7th, Don Davis coming out 8th, Kevin Freese 9th, and Frank Remuglia 10th. Now, this is going to be a break for Al Cena and Zachary Lima. They elected to stay out here. We'll see if they come down this time. If they stay out, they will be the last cars on the lead lap. But I have a feeling they're going to need fuel.
All right, so well, Craig White come down pit road. He took point lead and held on to it. Wow. Or the point, I mean. Awesome.
And I'm watching to see if Zachary Lima and Al Cena come down pit road here or if they stay out to get their lap back.
Right. Well, we gotta talk to Craig here and see how it's going. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad for an old fella.
Hey, that's my line. Kidding you. Hey, well, you got the lead, man, and you held on to it after pit stops and everything. Great job on the pit stop there, I got to say. How's it feel to be out front for a change?
I don't know. I'll have to let you know.
Too early to tell, huh?
Yeah, it is. That car feels pretty good, and
Good.
we'll see how it goes.
Well, who you got working with you up here? Who's going to try to get you to victory lane tonight?
That's a good question. I don't know. We got Gary out there, Gary C, and Michael Hallett. So,
well, I'm being told Gary's kind of an undercover regulator. So I don't know.
oh yeah, but he just got a light cover on tonight.
Yeah, but I think Gary will work with anybody. He's such a good guy and such a good racer. He'll work with anybody. You know that
For sure.
All right,
Yeah,
Craig, I'll let
do.
you go, buddy, and wish you the best of luck out there.
I'll probably need it. Thank you.
All right, buddy, take care. All right, pretty cool.
Oh, this is going to be quite tricky for Zachary Lima, Rudy. He is hoping for a very quick caution. He's been out there 16 laps, not counting the caution laps. And he's going to be in need of fuel. He took the wave around to get his lap back, but if he doesn't get a cautions within the next 3 laps, he is going to be way behind.
Yeah, well, maybe he can go a little longer than that. Maybe with cautions here, probably about 6 or 7 laps, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got about 17 laps on that tank right now. But we're talking caution laps here in it, so I'm thinking maybe he could go about another 6 laps, maybe. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. And we got guys coming to pit road too, topping off. What happened there? Oh no, I
Yep,
guess
a
Zachary
lot
went
of
by.
different strategies.
Here we go.
Pace car is in. Greg White leading them around to the restart zone.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. We are back underway at Talladega Superspeedway.
Well, folks, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Dwayne and I'll be covering the pit stall series, and they'll be running trucks at Atlanta tomorrow night. So make sure you tune in for that. I think we'll go live at 7:40 Eastern. I think that's what it is. About 7:40 Eastern.
And we'll see a lot of three-wide racing there, I'm sure, with the trucks.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Estel Fields trying to get up here. He wants to lead a lap. He wants to get that bonus point. Big push. Wow. Big push from Everett Lane.
Yes, sir. What a move.
Yeah. Well, that's the way to get Estel there. You know, he's climbing the charts. He's trying to close in on Gary Slapinski. But he wants to lead a lap right here now. I don't know. Everett Lane, he's getting a big push here from Brian Wang. And I think Everett might just lead his first lap of the race, and he does. Very good.
He does. Now, after coming to pit road and getting a reset, Gary Slapinski's currently scored 27. Just kind of riding in the back right now, taking his time.
Right. Yeah. Well, like I said before, thank goodness for resets, because his car was totally destroyed. So was Charles Johnson's, and they're both right there together.
Tracy Weaver moves to the outside with Al Cena in tow, as well as Dean Wilkinson.
Yeah, good to see Dean up there, because, you know, Dean was, he's third in points, and he is knocking on the door of these guys. So, you know, he's had some good finishes here as of late. So maybe he can be there with 6 races to go.
Maybe.
Frank G in the middle row. Oh, and he just dropped it down to the bottom, just as I said that. He dropped it down there right in front of Dirty Dawn. And Larry Boyle's one of the regulators, but he is way back here.
Yeah, I think that that caution may have spooked some drivers. If you notice, they're not running in as tight of a pack as they were.
Yeah. Well, they probably had some, I'm sure they probably had some words with Charles Johnson about that. You know, that kind of cut the nose of Paul Witt off there, and, you know, it caused the big one. So they probably had a little come to Jesus meeting there with Charles Johnson. And said, man, you weren't clear, dude. You know, you just weren't clear. You know, Charles moved up to the high side now. He's trying to get back to the front. I'm sure he won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, no, he definitely will not.
I mean, he didn't do it intentionally. You know, you have to really. I commend some drivers for actually knowing where the proximity of that rear of the car is. So hard for you to tell, you know, knowing the proximity of the rear of that car so you don't get into somebody. But if your spotter's saying clear, in which his probably did, okay, it probably, because he was clear about maybe 2 seconds before that. And then that middle row closed that gap up. You know, if he would have went down just 2 seconds sooner, he might have made it okay.
Right.
One of them deals. Oh my gosh, look at this. Tracy Weaver to the front. He started 27th tonight. Look at this. He's going for the lead.
It's going to have to take it away from Brian Wang, though. Brian's got a heck of a push.
Yep.
By
Tracy
Charles Johnson.
Oh, man, Brian Wang got that. Nice.
He did.
Wow, that is awesome.
And look who's come from the back to the front in just 5 laps. Gary Slapinski.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, that guy, what a driver he is. I'm telling you, he is just so well liked out there by everybody. He's just so easygoing. He'll push anybody to the win. He's not too concerned about whether he gets a win or not. He just wants to get somebody a win. He wants to finish well, and that's what's kept him up in the top of the point. You know, you don't have to win every week to be the point leader or to win a championship. We've seen that many times.
Stay in the top 5.
Yeah. Now, how many wins does he have this season? I can't remember, 2 or 3. I think.
Let's see. This season, he has 2 wins.
Yeah, 2 wins. Okay. Yep. Oh, but I mean, you know, he's had good finishes, decent finishes,
Yes,
and that's what keeps you up there in the top. Ryan Wang.
Yeah.
And let's see, Charles Johnson did lead that last lap, so great. He got a bonus point after starting 26th today.
And Gary Slapinski has 3 top 5s this season. That's the most of any driver. He's tied with Dean Wilkinson, who has 3, but Gary also has 5 top 10s, and Dean only has 3 top 10s. So that's the 25 point difference there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, big difference. Well, Tracy Weaver, he got shuffled back really quick. They kind of went back to the 2 wide there instead of the 3 wide, so that outside line just kind of petered out there, died off. Dean Wilkinson, he's trying to see if he can get anybody to go up there with him, but nobody's taken. So he's going to come back down the hill there in front of, or behind Paul Witt.
And of the 30 drivers who started the race, we still have 28 out there and 27 on the lead lap.
Yep.
And Zachary Lima and Kevin Krosick hit pit road.
A little different pit strategy for them two, huh?
Sure. Now, it looks like Lima, with those caution laps, he was able to stretch it out to 25 laps before he had to pit. And looks like he was able to convince Krosick to come down with him. So at least he has a drafting partner.
Well, let's see. But they can't make it from here, so they're going to have to stop one more time.
Yes, sir, they are. Right now, their strategy is to hope for a caution.
Yep.
And they're probably going to end up 1 lap down here as the field is at the start-finish line now. And they're just now on the backstretch. It's going to be close. They may just be able to stay ahead.
Yeah. And with 2 of them, at least they'll be fast enough they can, they might, if they can stay ahead of them, they might be all right.
Right.
It would probably be a whole lot better if they had 5 cars up there, but it can happen now.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, they're about maybe 10 seconds ahead of the lead pack right now. About 9 seconds, maybe. Is that Estel Fields? He just pulled out. He's led before, but did get some bonus points. That's good. He pulled out in front of Charles Johnson. And that's what I'm talking about there, knowing the proximity of the back of that car. As you've seen him do that, he pulled out from the bottom row there, riding behind Brian Wang, out in front of Charles Johnson. Charles pushed him to the lead, back in front. So now Estel retakes the lead. I'll tell you, that guy right there, he is one heck of a driver. I don't care what anybody says. He is one heck of a driver. We raced at the NASCAR Hall of Fame there. They had set it up where we raced, and we all raced together, on the simulator. Yep. And I'll tell you what, man, he kicked our butts. He was pretty good. I don't think he won though. He didn't win, but he was kicking our butts. Great job by these guys.
Ziegler.
Uh-oh, what
Looks
happened
like
to him?
he cut out a line, come down to pit road, but he just
Ooh.
slams it into the inside pit road wall.
Oh no, there's going to be a
does-
reset. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it does
there-
make it.
Yeah.
But he is by himself, so that is not going to be good for him.
yeah. Well, these guys need to go about another at least 7 laps to make it to the end. Eight probably.
It's going to be close, Rudy. Some of these
Yeah.
guys have been out here 14 laps, 13. It's going to be real tight.
Yeah, they're going to have to go about another 7 more after they cross the line here, about 7 more laps to make sure that they're going to make it to the end. Now, that's not giving any room for green, white, checkered. I don't believe they would have enough for green. Maybe one, but I doubt it. Dang, that coffee was good.
A little bit of fuel strategy playing out here in the closing laps.
Charles Johnson back in front. Gary Flapinski, I don't think he has led a lap today. Nope, he hasn't. Until right now.
Oh, just now.
Yep, look at that.
And according to iRacing, Rudy, they were dead even at the line.
Oh my gosh. Well, folks, give us a thumbs up on the video and don't forget to subscribe as long as you're here. We do appreciate that very much. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxspeedTV. I don't know how much longer we'll be on Facebook, but don't know. Hard to say. Well, folks, we only lost 2 drivers here tonight, Darren Reeser and Patrick Alvarado. Not sure, we're totally unsure why they left, but and we've got about 3 more guys here about to go a lap down. They are getting gobbled up here pretty quick. They've only got about a 3-second lead over the leaders. The leaders are gaining on them big time here, Dwayne.
Yeah, and they're running about 3 to 5 mile an hour slower than the leaders right now.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering they're running 188 and the leaders are coming off the corners at 190, so that's a big difference in closing rate.
Well, it won't be long here, and some of these leaders are going to be happening to come to pit road here. So remind yourself, those guys just pitted. Zachary Lima and Steven Karosik just pitted. So they're
As well as
good
Bob
for
Ziegler.
a while. Huh?
Bob Ziegler is also, he made his pit stop as
Right.
well.
Right. So they're good for a while. Well, Charles Johnson doing an amazing job out front right now. He got clear this time. He didn't wind up wrecking anybody. But 26 to the front here. Great job by Charles Johnson in the Coors Light car. Nice Coors Light car.
Yes, sir. I was glad to see when iRacing finally allowed paint schemes to be chrome. That was a long time coming.
Yep. Back on that pack. Oh my gosh, look at this. Estel Fields. He can't get much closer to Charles Johnson than he is right now, man. He's just pushing the daylights out of him. And looking ahead, yeah, it looks like that those 3 cars are going to go high there, Dwayne. They're going to let the pack go by.
Yeah, and luckily the pack is 2 wide, not 3 wide, so they'll
Right.
be able to get by no problem.
Yep, they're catching them actually in a very good spot right now before they get to the turn.
Yeah, right in the middle of the tri-oval is the widest part of the track, so
Right. Oh, I guess they are going to pass them in the corner, but still not too bad though. That's good.
And they'll be able to duck down in and help that outside line as Gary Stepinski finds himself back in front.
Ooh. Wow, he brought it clear to the bottom.
Yes, he did. And we are about a lap and a half away from the magic lap.
Yep.
Where everybody can make it on fuel. So I don't think we'll see anybody for the next 2 laps, but it's going to be close. These guys have been out there 20 laps on now 21 on fuel. So
they'll push it right to the end.
Yes, they will.
Everett Lane drops it down in front of Gary Slepinski.
But that also means pit road is going to be a very busy place.
Yep. Maurice Johnson sitting in 8th place. Debbie, there's Maurice. He's doing pretty good, hanging in there.
Yeah, now that's actually not a battle for the lead right now, as Alcina is now the last car on the lead lap, and Steven Karosik to his outside is trying to get back on the lead lap, and Zachary Lima is 27th. So not battles for the lead, just side-by-side racing right now with lap cars. Everett Lane currently the leader.
Yeah. Riding right in behind Alcina.
And that's good for him because he's been out there the longest, 22 laps right now. He can draft and try to save a little bit of fuel.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I never gave that a thought. You are correct. I kind of look for these guys to pit. Well, maybe not this lap, but probably on next lap, we'll see a lot of these guys coming to pit road.
Some of the guys in the back coming down pit road, making their final stop. Tracy Weaver, Kevin Freeze, Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, and Dean Wilkinson, all on pit road.
I don't think anybody is planning for green, white checker here at all. Nobody can now. They're all committed. So nobody's going to have a plan for green, white checker. And we'll see. We're going to see an influx of a lot of drivers on pit road here. At least 19 of them are going to be coming to pit road right here. And Alcina is probably going to come with them. Probably 20 of them, because he needs to come too. Yep, here he comes. Yep. Yeah, this is a big pack of cars.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
look at that.
Over half the field.
Yes. Good job, everybody. Beautiful pit stops. Man, that was just like professional right there.
Yes, sir. And that leaves the top 4. Charles Johnson, Mitchell Wilkes, Craig White, and Robert Felzine need to come to pit road. And one thing I'm noticing, Rudy, Tracy Weaver and company, they all pitted together, but they didn't get joined back up. So I don't know. They're going to pass a few, but I don't think they're going to be able to get way back to the front of this pack before they get up to speed.
Carl Johnson did not come to pit road. And Mitchell Wilkes did not come to pit road. Man, I hope them guys don't run out of fuel on the backstretch.
Well, they're trying to plan for the green-white checkers, Rudy.
I guess so. Could be a winning move. Could be.
If they pit now, they will have enough fuel for a green-white checker.
Yeah. They got to make it back around to pit road here. See if this strategy works. And if a caution does come out and they need to go to green-white checker, they'll be golden. And everybody else is going to have to probably pit. I can't believe they've actually stretched it to this far, and they are going to make it. Here they come. Wow, look at them. Man, they are coming in hot. Wow, look at that Mitchell Wilkes. He's locking it down. Whoa. Good job. Nice.
They get it wound up in time.
Wow. That was amazing.
And
All
they're
right.
giving up the. So it's going to go back to Everett Lane when he gets around here.
Yep.
And we've got about a 6 or 7 car breakaway for the lead.
Everett Lane, Estill Field, Gary Slapinski, Paul Witt, Michael Pegg. But look at this: is Tracy Weaver and Kevin Freese catching up, and they're gonna pull out and go to the outside.
Yeah, and you saw Michael Pegg go up, try to slow their momentum,
yeah.
and it seemed to work.
If they're gonna go
But
double
not for
wide
long.
here, yeah. Gary
Make that 3
Slapinski.
wide.
Yeah, they're gonna have to now. I seen what they did right there. I don't know if you were paying attention. Maybe I shouldn't say
saw.
anything. They did that on purpose.
They did, yes, sir.
Oh, look at they're crowding them up there. Wow, wait, don't do that. Wow, you're gonna cause a wreck.
They had to avoid Charles Johnson, who was coming off pit road. They really didn't have a choice. They get through it, though.
Yeah.
And here we go. We are going to be 9 wide for the lead, Rudy. 3 by 3 by 3.
This is crazy. Well, 3 wide, 9 deep.
3 wide, 9 deep, yeah.
3 deep, whatever it is. Well, that's pretty good, and that's a good pack of cars right there. Now, Alcina pitted with them. Well, he's got enough to make it, but boy, this isn't where he wanted to be. He wanted to be back on the lead lap.
Right.
He just has not been able to get that lap back all race long. Dirty Don Davis back here with Dean Wilkinson. Kind of got split up from the regulators a little bit. Another one of the regulators, Frank G. Now, Stephen Krosik and Zachary Lima, they're going to have to pit here in the next probably 4 or 5 laps.
Yes,
They're
they
not going to
are.
have their strategy was really off tonight.
Yeah, they were hoping for a caution and just didn't get it.
Yep.
And that front 9 is going to be the front 22 here in just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, Maurice Johnson is pulling right up with them. Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Carl Johnson. Yeah, this is going to be a big pack of cars again. This is wild, man. We haven't seen this big of a pack of cars coming to the end like this. They've been so split up lately. Have you noticed that?
Yep. And that's all. It's a product of not waiting and coming when the other guys come to pit road.
Right. You come in right away. Yeah.
Yep, and that's kept the field together.
That's right.
Look at Rachel Hunt just coming right up through the middle right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. She's on the move. I just hope we don't see a wreck on the last couple of laps. Oh, my gosh. I don't want to see that.
Right.
I want to see this go green now and see just who the top driver is going to be, you know? How about
Yes,
Tracy
sir.
Weaver? Got a good run on that high side. A push from Kevin Freese.
Yes, sir. And they have 6 cars lined up on that outside line. That's all they need.
Yep. That's what they need. Yep. Some good drivers up there, too. My gosh.
Who's going to lead it at the line? It looks like it's going to be Slapinski.
Yep. He leads it. Wow. Nice lap. This is the part that, you hold your breath for. These guys, I'm telling you right now, probably over half of them are just white knuckle driving right now. They know they don't want to come this far and get burnt now, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's so hard to get into the position that they're in right now, and they don't want to lose that position. One, they don't want to get in a wreck and wind up losing it all. They want to make sure that, so they're just white knuckling it. I know, been there and done that myself. That last lap, man, I'll tell you what, there is no blood going into the knuckles of my hands.
And just as I said, the top 22 all now nose to tail here and 3 wide.
It's crazy. This is awesome. I love it.
sir. 14 to go.
Jacob Edson taking up the rear of that pack.
Yeah, he's kind of just hanging out, waiting for something to happen, and so he can avoid it, but he doesn't want to drift too far back.
Or talking to Craig White earlier, he's mired into 18th right now in the middle row. And that's kind of a row that you'd really, gosh, I don't know if I want to be in that middle row. You're boxed in on right and left, you know? There's just nowhere for you to go.
And the problem is he could go high, but even there's nowhere for him to go right now.
Yeah, it's not moving. Yeah, it's just not moving up on that high side. All being led by Tracy Weaver.
Luck has run out for Bob Ziegler, Zachary Lima, and Steven Karosik. Ziegler on pit road now. Those two will have to come here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, they'll be planning it. I'm sure they're already considering this. Probably, I don't know, they might be trying to maybe talk Dean Wilkinson to come to pit road too. I don't know. And Dirty Dawn. They don't want to give up track position either.
No, and
they don't need to come.
Yeah, no, they've made their last stop.
Yep. And Zachary's got to come down, and so does Steven Karosik. So, Dirty Dawn and Dean Wilkinson do not have to. All right, back up front, Tracy Weaver continuing. Well, boy, it's switching up here. These guys are. Tracy still has not led a lap yet. How many times he's been up there? Yeah.
He might have it this time. We'll see at the line. Who's it going to be? 3 by 3 by 3 by 3.
He's got it. He got it that time.
He got it by 8 thousandths of a second.
Yep. Wow. That's pretty awesome, though.
Well, you can feel the intensity starting to pick up as we are coming to 10 to go this time by.
Oh, yeah. You can see, boy, that middle row gets to going. Look at that.
Sir.
They just really powered by that outside row. A lot of wiggling going on right now. And, boy, that really makes me nervous, Dwayne.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they're trying to get side draft, trying to get that extra push to the front. And for the guys and girl in the back, there's just nowhere to go. You can try to make a hole, create space, but that's usually when you start getting into trouble.
Yep. Zachary Lima and Steven Karosik just went a lap down. And Bob Ziegler goes a lap down. So 24 cars on the lead lap. The last two, Dean Wilkinson and Don Davis, they're 17 seconds behind this lead pack. 22 cars in this lead pack. The last one is Jacob Edson. And it's been a heck of a race, hasn't it?
It has. And it ain't over yet.
No.
Don't go anywhere, folks. It's just getting good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Maurice's racing partner there that he usually races with, was it Gary Jenkins?
Yeah.
Not here tonight. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, Debbie just reminded me of that. Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
You see
the 8th place. And these guys are just keep switching and changing here. Coming to 8 to go this time by. We've been cautioned. No, I'm sorry. We had one caution. I take that back. One caution here tonight. Yep.
Yes, sir. And I don't know. They're getting a little antsy out there. We may not have seen the last one. We'll have to wait and see.
And
you can see it.
28 lead changes.
Yes, sir.
pretty awesome.
You can see guys starting to try to make something happen, trying to force the issue.
Yes. Everett Lane on the bottom. He would love to win this race, man. That would make how many wins for him?
That would be a second.
Second, okay. Yeah, he would love to win this. See, Everett, he's not even in the top 20 in points. Wow.
Or no, I'm sorry. That would be his first win of this season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he won last season.
Yeah, it was last season he got his win.
Yep, I'm getting confused there. Sorry. I
That's
confuse
all right.
easy. Robert Felzine coming from 28, the 17th. Good run for Robert tonight. He could really use a good finish here.
Oh, a lot of weaving going on in that middle lane right now.
Oh, I know it. This is getting wild. Michael Pegg on the bottom there. Paul Witt up through the middle here. He's right behind Gary Slapinski. And I don't look for Paul to leave Gary's bumper, right, all the way to the end. 6 to go.
Yeah, right now he couldn't if he wanted to. He is in the middle of a big sandwich.
Yep. That's what I'd say. It's so hard for, you got guys like Maurice Johnson and Paul Witt like that they're kind of boxed in. There's just nowhere for them to go. Rachel Hunt, she's boxed in, sitting back here in 13th right now. Just no place to go.
Yeah, so and being 3 wide like this, 3 rows deep as far as they are, that makes it a 3-car show right now. Who's going to win it? It's either it's going to be one of the top 3 unless something drastic happens.
Well, do you see it? If somebody would maybe see an opportunity to try to take it 4 wide, I wouldn't advise it, but that would be an only way that you could kind of break up that 3 wide stuff.
Right. You're going to have to hope. Yeah, you can get away with it if they give you room. If they don't, that's when the big one happens.
Yep. If somebody just kind of moves up or down a little bit, just enough, and somebody right behind them gets brave enough and saying, "Okay, I'm gonna go right between them and shoot the gap." Ugh, I don't know.
Ooh, man, Michael Pegg hit that yellow line, almost calls direct, but he saves it.
Uh-oh.
We're still green.
Wow, he better be careful. Be careful there, Michael.
Yeah, it almost launched him up into Maurice Johnson, but he was able to save it just in time.
Yep. Michael Martin sitting right in behind Frank Ramuglia. Look at this, coming from 25th to 18th. He's having a great run here tonight.
Yes, sir. And Rudy, the top 20 are all spread by less than half a second.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? That's unreal, man. I'm telling you. Larry Boyle, 21st. I'm sure he would love to be up there with some of his regulator buddies. Coming to 3 to go this time by Everett Lane, leading yet again. Looks like, excuse me. Looks like he may pull out the most laps led here tonight. That's what it's looking like to me.
Very nice.
Let's see. Kevin Bree, Paul Witt, Estlefield, Tracy Weaver, Gary Slapinski. That's what it's looking like to me. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Will we stay green the rest of the way, Rudy?
I'm trying to see if I can find anybody else that maybe led a bunch of laps. Stick, no. Everett Lane's got 16 coming to 17 go right here. 17 laps. So he's got led. 2 to go.
Laps to go.
Awesome. Now we're gonna see the guys tighten up here and try to get some side drafts. So watch for this now and watch how crazy this gets at the end here, folks.
Yes, sir. Well, will they make it back to the line? That's the question. If they do, it's over.
Yep. And this is when we always see it right here. This is when we'll see it. And on the final lap, we'll see that, you know, if they make it to the line here, we're good until they come out of turn 4 for that final time. But right now, looks like we are going to maybe make it to the line here and make it 1 to go. There'll be no green-white checkers tonight. So the plan for green-white checkers goes out the window.
Yes, sir. Which one of the front 3 are going to win it? Or do they all make it back to the line at all? We're about to find out here.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe we could have somebody back at 23rd win this thing.
It's race right now, Rudy. It really is. Here they come through 3 and 4 for the final time tonight. Who's
Tracy
pushing?
Weaver. Man. Kevin Freese is...
He hits it. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Oh, my God. Oh, and Esther Fields is going to walk away with the win again. Look at this. Michael Pegg second. Holy, congratulations to Esther Fields. Oh, man, that was wild.
And Brian Wang finishes 3rd as his motor expires, crossing the finish line.
Oh, my gosh. I am telling you, this is awesome. There's where they wreck. And Esther Fields brings home the win. Man, what a finish that was. I'll tell you what.
And
I'm sure
that
he...
wreck, that started with Everett Lane. He got a bump in the from behind and got down on the yellow line, and that was just the catalyst that sent him up into everybody.
Well, I'm not sure if how the points are going to shake out on this, but you know what? That was really close that it might put Estelle Fields in the point lead or awful close to it.
It's going to be close, Rudy. Gary Slipinski crosses the line 18th.
Yeah, I know it. Wow, what a bummer for a finish for him. So, well, let me see if we can get them. Yeah, he's in here. We'll get... Okay, there's Estelle. Michael Pegg's over in TeamSpeak. I'll have to get him over there. So I'll let you start out with Estelle. Go ahead, Dwayne.
All right, caught up with our back-to-back winner, Estelle Fields. 2 weeks in a row, Estelle. How does it feel to win back-to-back? That's extremely hard to do at a super speedway. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, Dwayne. I feel terrible because looked like the netco got up and got Gary there, and I was just trying to stay behind Everett, push him to the win, and end up being my netco that caused the big wreck at the end there. So, man, I feel terrible about that. I do not deserve that win, but it is iRacing and netco. It happens. I certainly didn't do it intentionally, but my teammates were all there with me at the end, so I owe it all to them for getting in and out of the pits quickly and being up front to help one of us go for it. So
yeah, and we went back and looked at it. It didn't look like you did anything wrong, just pushing hard on the last lap and got Everett down below the yellow line, and that's what he got loose and came back up the track into everybody there. So but you stay in the throttle, you stay in it. You get your teammate Michael Pegg pushing into victory here for the 2nd week in a row. And with Slipinski getting caught up in that, he finishes way back in 18th. That's going to dramatically cut into that point lead. You just tightened it up halfway through the season. How you feel about that?
Well, I mean, Gary's a hell of a driver, man. I feel terrible. It definitely could have been me. You know, it is what it is. You know, I'll do my best I can to help him in the future and hopefully get him back up there where he belongs in the front. And thanks to Michael and the rest of the regulators, man, for helping me out every week. That was pretty cool.
All right. Well, it was definitely an exciting race as came right down to the wire. Congratulations again. Who do you got to thank for the win?
I thank my wife, May, my son, Estelle the fourth, my daughter, Naomi, and my oldest daughter, Mia. She's in the Air Force now, you know, in Maxwell, doing a good job out there. And
Awesome.
you guys, Rudy, Dwayne do such a great job. And then I wouldn't be remiss to mention the old farts, especially Craig. He comes out here and deals with our rowdy bunch of guys all the time. So just a good, and then all the other racers that I race with, man. It's a really good time. They do a really good job every week, and we have a lot of fun. So it's thanks to the whole community. I really appreciate it.
All right. Well, again, congratulations, Estel, and good win out there. Go celebrate, man. You earned it.
Appreciate it, guys.
Dang, 2 in a row, man. Wow, that's amazing.
All right, Rudy, you got second?
I do. If I can, hold on here a second. I'm trying to get over here. I'm with Michael in TeamSpeak over here, so give me a second here, and I'll get a hold of him. But Michael Pegg, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy.
Well, you come home second tonight, man. Great finish. You barely come up in the points. You've come up to 5th place in the points. This might help you a little bit more. What did you see happen there? Estel saying that there may have been some serious net code between him and Gary Slapinski is what started that.
Yeah, I went back and looked, and it was net code. It got Gary, then it got Paul, and then they turned sideways. It just went from there.
Oh,
I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. What a tragedy. We hate it.
Yeah, it is, because,
I mean, Everett had that.
Yeah, because, I mean, it wasn't, really, the way you guys were lined up there, Estel really wasn't in line to win this tonight. It was going to come down between Everett and probably, was that Gary Slapinski, I think. They were up there, and Tracy Weaver. And it just so happened that the way that worked out, that it kind of took those guys all out of the race. And now Estel's going to move up close to Gary Slapinski for the point lead.
Yeah.
So, well, what's your thoughts on the race tonight? I mean, one caution here tonight. I know you got took out there on that one caution. Well, not really taken out, but you got hit.
I just don't understand it, how everybody wants to pit when we do. Nobody wants to run their own strategy. Everybody wants to be on our team. We had a 5-second lead tonight, and you're taking out the leaders. I just don't understand it. It's like you fall in line and let's break away and go. The race is on the last lap, not lap. I don't even know where we were. I mean, it's just, you work so hard to do that, and then just tragedy happens. It's just, I don't know. I want guys to get their own strategy, get their own teams, get their own deal, get things going so it's competitive and fun, not just follow the leader.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, it was still a good race here, all in all, though. I mean, we watched it, and it was like, everything that happened here tonight. We did see some strategies work out, that these guys were actually pitting on around the same time you guys were. They seen you guys pit, and the next lap or two they pitted. So that didn't give you that chance to get that big lead,
Yeah. Well, if we'd have got that second pit, we only had 3 more laps, and we were getting ready to pit, and we got taken out. That would have definitely separated a lot more right there.
Yep. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
But it didn't get. I hate it for Everett. He got taken out last week, and then last week he missed the pit, so got left behind or something. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, and then Gary too. Gary Slapinski getting in that. Man, oh man, he finished back in, I think it was 18th. He finished. Ouch.
Oh man, you're kidding me.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's why I said Estel's gonna close that gap right up on Gary. If not, he may take the point lead away from him. That it'll be interesting to see. So, all right. Well, Michael, who you got to thank for your second place on tonight?
Well, my team, the regulators, these guys are incredible. We worked great tonight. The radio was awesome. Great communication. Just sorry it ended the way it did, even though we got Estel to win. Estel's, I can't thank him enough for coming on the team. He's a great leader. He's incredible. He's helped out tremendously. Gary's been incredible. Basically all of them, the whole team has been just phenomenal. My wife, Tracy, Cash, the old farts, and of course, MaxspeedTV. Most of all, you, Rudy.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, tell Tracy I said hey, okay?
I'll do it, buddy.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for talking with us, and I'll catch up with you here in a little bit, Michael.
Okay, buddy. Thank you, sir.
All right, Dwayne, well, unfortunately, we don't have third place here. It is not in here, so I guess we won't interview third then, right?
Right.
But congratulations here to Brian Wang coming home third tonight, man. He managed to make that through there. And he started fourth. He hung out in that front all night long and did an amazing job there, Dwayne, and finishes in third. So he kind of got through that mess right there. I don't know how he did it, but he did it, man. That was pretty wild. So all right, well, I guess we'll run down through the final results here then before we get out of here. Let me see here. All right, Estill Fields coming home with the win. Michael Pegg second, Brian Wang finishing third, Mitchell Wilkes fourth, Charles Johnson coming home fifth, Michael Martin sixth place, good finish for him. Frank G will finish seventh, Jacob Edson eighth, Robert Falzine ninth, and Larry Boyle rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Willoughby is going to bring it home 11th, Paul Witt 12th, 13th is going to go to Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie crosses the line 14th, Kevin Freeze 15th, Rachel Hunt starts and brings it home 16th, Maurice Johnson 17th, Gary Slapinski a disappointing 18th place after that last lap wreck. Everett Lane also 19th, and Tracy Weaver is going to round out the top 20. Rudy?
Michael Howlett 21st, Craig White 22nd, Dean Wilkinson 23rd, Dirty Don Davis 24th, Al Cena 25th, the first car lap down. Zachary Lima 26th, Stephen Krosik 27th, Bob Ziegler 28th, Darren Reeser 29th, and Patrick Alvarado out early, finish in 30th. All right, well, congratulations again to Estill Fields for winning here tonight. Dwayne, thank you for helping, and I'll see you tomorrow night, brother.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I look forward to it too, buddy. Well, tune in tomorrow night, folks. We'll be back here with the pit stall. Trucks at Atlanta should be an amazing race. So Dwayne and I'll be on the call of that. I think we go live at 7:40 Eastern tomorrow night. So make sure you're here for that. All right. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you do subscribe. Check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxspeedTV. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.